Alright, now let's talk about the moving poster effect. So I'm going to right click, New Comp from Selection on MVI 830. I'm going to rename this Moving Posters. Now for the most part we're just going to use key light to crop out the background, and we're going to use the screen color here. We're going to click on the eyedropper tool. We're going to click on that screen. We're going to increase the screen gain. We still got a little bit of stuff right there. We'll click on the despill, and we'll also pre-blur this to 0.5. We're going to open up the screen matte, and we're going to change final result here to screen matte. So this will show us what's getting cut out and what's not getting cut out. I want to just make sure that this whole area is as black as it can get. So I'm going to clip the black. I'm going to roll that up like that. And the clip white, I'm going to roll that back just a little bit. It should look very clean. Now if I go forward in time to where I'm standing in the screen here, this is looking pretty good. If I change the view from screen matte back to final result, we hope that I'm cut out very cleanly from the background. It looks pretty good. If I zoom in, I don't see any artifacting in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put a garbage mat around this, either using the pen tool or the rectangular tool. I'm going to use the pen tool and stay inside the black here and go around my feet. And that cuts everything else out. Now this is going to be the composition for my poster. So this is what the poster is going to look like on the wall. And we're going to go ahead and put in a background and something on the top of it to make it look more old-timey. So what I recommend, go to Google Images, and we'll type in, tartan or a college, because this is going to be like a college poster kind of thing. There we go. That's pretty schmaltzy. So we're going to right click, save image as college. Desktop, that's fine. We're going to import that into here. So you can do Control-I on the keyboard. And we're going to go to desktop. We're going to type in college to find our JPEG. We're going to drop college underneath that layer and size it up. Just ahead, college. And maybe we'll type something over the top of it by clicking on the text tool. Click up here. Everyone can go to college. Usually the taglines are something like that. I'm going to increase the text size here. And maybe I'll do black text. Maybe I'll make it kind of bold. Maybe I'll put a shadow. So drop shadow on that layer. And we'll increase the distance and softness so it kind of overlaps me. Gives me a little bit of depth. And I don't like the way it's kind of cutting off my head, so I'm going to just put it off to the side here, like so. And we'll type in some other information. And we're going to make this real small so it's not going to be too noticeable. But just some kind of fake information that you usually see with college posters. We could add some more pictures. You're creating a poster design, but in the background of it, you have someone that's moving. Now I'm going to overlay another image. So I'm going to go to here, and we're going to go to old paper texture, And I would take something like this. I don't know why old paper texture makes something look more legitimate, but it just seems to. I actually have one that I've already downloaded, so I'm going to import that. Or at least I did. Probably in my downloads. I'm going to take my old texture and I'm going to just put it over the top here. And I'm going to toggle switches and modes. I'm going to make this, I'm going to change the blending mode here. So let's try overlay. Overlay looks pretty good. And if I push T on the keyboard, I can bring the opacity down so it's not quite so old-timey. I could also duplicate this so that one is overlay and then the other one is a coloring effect. So I'm going to go to color. So it just kind of changes the color to be more old-timey. So like everyone can go to college. It's kind of an idea. And we have the texture. This is pretty good. Now I want to put it into my footage or our shot. Now in the shot that we do, we're going to have just a green piece of paper taped onto the wall, and you're going to put it inside of that. You're going to use the key light again and remove that green piece of paper. I'm going to do a different way. I'm going to just attach this moving posters thing to just a couple of spots that I'm gonna attach it to the wall here. So if I right click and I new count from selection from this footage, I'm gonna just hang it on the wall like over here. I can take my moving posters, drag it in here, and I can just put it on the wall right here. Now if you notice, it doesn't look like it fits there. So if you use the effect corner pin, it allows us to pin the poster to the wall so that it looks like it's really hanging there on the edge of the cabinet there. Now I wish the colors from the room were kind of on this moving poster. Well, I can also recolor that as well. So if I go to curves and I put it on there too, I can, darken it a little bit, change some of the colors here, the blue, the green. Maybe also get some black and white going. And that's just going to help it kind of fit into the background. Now we're going to have to adjust the colors as needed when we do the actual shot. But you can kind of see it's fitting in there a lot better now. And if we go through it, right there, there's that moving poster. And that's how you do a moving